Now, Warrior King was born in Kingston, Jamaica on 27 July 1979 and is a Jamaican reggae singer known within the Caribbean and international scene for his music that is focused on messages about education and uplifting women.
Yes, now born to parents Tas and Doreen Dyer, Warrior King aka Mark Dyer has always had an affinity for music. Like many successful Jamaican entertainers, Warrior King gained his earliest stage experience in talent shows.
Yes, Now, we, of course, during Spotlight, have the honor to ask a couple of questions. But right now, let's take a listen to Warrior King introducing himself to the Vibes Nation.
What's the solution to all this confusion? The world needs love, one perfect love. Too much destruction, war is not the solution. The world needs love, one perfect love. Greetings, massive. It's a pleasure to be here with you. This is Warrior King, all the way from Jamaica. Big up Vibes Radio, Kenya. Azizi, big up yourself, musical sheriff. We're going to have a good time, So right now we'll be reasoning, asking questions and I'll be answering, all right? So bless your love. It's a pleasure to be on the program.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
As usual, each and every Tuesday, we shine a spotlight on an artist of interest to you, of course, and to the Vibes Nation and to us in the reggae community. Big up the Vibes Nation wherever you're tuned in. And of course, you've heard Vibes, Warrior King up wakichangamke Vibes Nation akidai. Time to reason.
Yes,
we are reasoning.
Yeah, man. Now, Warrior King started out with school concerts at first, and he says at the time when I just came into music, I used to do some combinations with a youth named Marlon Stewart. His stage name at that time was Little Blacks, and mine was Bounty Jr. And we did a taste talent show among others, so we could really start getting exposure and gain experience.
Now, if you've had Warrior King's sound back in the 90s, his sound was about a bit more dancehall.
Yeah.
Yes, and his stage name, like he said, was Bounty Jr., and which of course indicated his love for his then mentor, Bounty Killer. So Bounty Killer like a mentor your time, a Jamaican, of course, a Jamaican dancehall icon. At the time, he followed the musical style of Bounty Killer, and over time, his style evolved, eventually leading to his international topping single Virtuous Woman. Actually, one of my favorite songs out of Warrior King, Virtuous Woman.
Yeah, man. And later on the show, we're gonna be playing you one of his brand new singles as well.
Yes,
and right now we gotta ask him about his ultimate career goal. You can also check out the spotlight on vibesradio.co.ke to watch the full experience and get to know Warrior King a little bit better.
Ultimately, my ultimate career goal, well, as a youth I grow and get the calling of Rastafari, it's like I always want to touch life and change the world. I always say I got to change the world, with whatever career path I choose, which music was my passion, and still is my passion. And ultimately, with I love to inspire people all over the world, whether it be in Africa or Europe or Japan, Asia, here in the Caribbean, Jamaica, in America, Australia, all over the world. Ultimately, with a love for, if we can harmonize the world, bring that divine love, that one perfect love that can bring the change what the world need, like even Warrior King, the brand Warrior King, we have the Roots Horror label where we establish, me and my queen govern the Roots Horror label. So we want to see young artists with potential and the right attitude, have them under our wings and guide them, and put them out to the world with positive messages. So ultimately, that's the thing, the music, yeah, man, and get African people them aware of the reality that's going on, aware of their rich history and their legacy, so we can be the leaders of the world, which we were back in them times, Yeah, man, restore back that greatness, that goddess and the gods in I&I people, and everyone across the globe still, So ultimately, yes.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
It's the spotlight, and we're shining a spotlight on the man himself, Warrior King, and as usual, Killer Tuesday.
Spotlight. Now, after changing his stage name to Junior King At age 16, it was another popular dancehall entertainer named Frisco Kid, aka the Ancient Monarchy, that changed his stage name to Warrior King. And he says that I agreed because it has a more spiritual feel to it, fighting against oppression, fighting against the wrong. It represented the growth and evolution I had gone through, says King.
And of course, he goes ahead and says it's a natural thing that grown inside of me, even without me realizing it. People started telling me they love my style of singing now, especially me, Musical Sheriff, and I think it's gonna be too at Mimi. So really and truly, it was just a natural change.
Yeah, I love to see the evolution. And you know, we were talking about names yesterday, Sheriff. See how some of us are so lucky.
Yes.
From day one,
Yes.
jina ni hiyo na ni
Wamekuwa
hiyo
nayo.
na ndio hivyo na itakuwa until kingdom come, because evolving as an artist means if you called yourself little,
Yes.
Umeona?
Kwanza alianzia Bounty Junior,
a junior,
akaenda Junior King.
then junior, you know, as you're growing up, if you're older, wiser, you know, then unafanyaje na watu washazoea hiyo junior. So it was good for him that he had started early on, and then he got to get this name Warrior, you know.
Like
Otherwise,
Lil Bow Wow.
Lil Bow Wow. But then Little Bow Wow changed and became Bow Wow.
Puff Daddy.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you,
The names we give ourselves when we are young.
when we are young,
yes.
and then later
The
you're
names
like,
are not thought through, actually.
So
you're not thinking that in 20 years to come,
yeah.
I will be having kids and I'm still going to be calling myself Puff Daddy or
Whoa.
Lil Bow Wow.
So that's why they had to change it. Even Puffy had to become P Diddy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're still speaking to Warrior King right here on the Spotlight, and interesting to know a couple of things about him, maybe that you didn't know at all. And we asked him what has been the most challenging moment of his career.
Well, the most challenging moment of my career. Well, to be honest to you, from day one till now, we face challenges, you know. And I don't know if because of the type of mindset I have, I'm an optimistic person. So, when the challenge come great or small, I just see all of them as challenges, and you know, with faith in the Most High, you know, we overcome them. So, I can't pinpoint until I say, my most challenging time was such and such, because every day is that I wake up every day with a different challenge, a different obstacle, and I have to overcome it. Because you know, I'm an overcomer. So I face challenges with a smile, but I can't pinpoint and tell you what was my greatest challenge thus far, you know. Because sometimes every challenge is a strain. So all of them come with them burdens. Someone say all of them, no one ever than any, you know. Because John never give me more than we can bear. Alright? Bless the Lord.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
Now, he has a brand new single, Sheriff.
Yes,
This one is called One Perfect Love. Vibes Nation, I know I'm just scaring Ngoma Bado, so of course we got your back as always. And you know, a little bit of information about this tune. I'm telling you right now, the song, first of all, big up to Lucha, who you know, hooked up the new tune, and the brand new release is One Perfect Love, produced by Jimmy Spliff Sound, and it's on the No More Will I Roam rhythm. No More Will I Roam rhythm, and it's published by the Red, Gold and Green label and distributed by Evidence Music. So here we go, taking a very first listen to the brand new song by Warrior King, One Perfect Love.
The world is low.
Now, let me tell you a little bit more about the Warrior King. First of all, I love the new song, One Perfect Love. How are you feeling it? You can tell us on Vibes Radio KE, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make we know what your vibes is on the new song. And of course, on Wagwan, we still got a discussion coming up. But right about now, still shining the spotlight. And as we told you earlier, Warrior King was born in Kingston, but then he moved to Clarendon, Jamaica during his early years. And he went to St. Andrew Technical High School and studied human rights and African awareness at St. Andrews Technical College, and then was a mechanical engineering student at the National Tool and Engineering Institute. Before he changed gears to pursue his musical career, Warrior King is a devout follower of the Rastafarian faith and continues to use his music to reinforce messages about love, tolerance, education, and upliftment.
Yes, and that's quite apparent in his music that you can see, you can hear the messages quite clear in this music. And Warrior King's debut single Virtuous Woman, produced by Michael Johnson, was released in 2001. It was an international smash hit, even for me, and its righteous lyrics prompting the Jamaican Observer to declare the singer one of the artists who has made a difference in 2001. Now, the album in 2002, his first album, Virtuous Woman, was released by VP Records and spent 9 weeks on the Billboard charts. The same year, the singer spent 3 weeks on his first tour across the United States to open for Luciano the Messenger.
Yeah, man. What a positive vibes. Now, we got to ask Warrior King about his biggest hit so far, and also if he remembers the first song that he ever wrote.
Virtuous Woman was my biggest hit and is my biggest hit up to this time. It's my signature song. It's my first single. I came out with on the Lion Paw label, produced by Michael Johnson. It came out in 2001. You know, everybody popularly known as Shuba Shuba, Shuba Shuba Day. The real man can live without a woman. You know, it made a great impact. As a matter of fact, I think Times Magazine said it was one of the biggest reggae songs of all times. You know, it made such an impact that even the first black president of America, President Obama, mentioned it as one of his favorite songs. You know, and I being one of his favorite artists. You know, it impacted the world, like Africa. You know, I know it's popular in Kenya, in Jamaica, and wherever reggae music play, I know that song is known. You know, so it's a great song, made a great impact, and the thing that inspired the music was, you know, like I was reading the philosophies and opinion of Marcus Garvey, because Marcus Garvey was the one who said no real man can live without a woman, like night to day, so is a woman to a man. So I took that idea, and even reading the scriptures where he say, who can find a virtuous woman for a price is far above jewels and diamonds and pearl, and a man that receive a virtuous woman receive a blessing from the Most High. So knowing that we grew up with a system where them try to beat down the woman and try to subtract the feminine energy of God from the world. I know the Rastaman say mother, father and child, you know, because if you have father God, you must have mother God, you know, you bring child or children. So that was the basis of inspiration, the teaching of His Imperial Majesty, because the 2nd of November 1930, His Majesty was crowned with his wife, Empress Wazira Menen, you know, 2nd of November 1930, and that was a perfect example for I and I. So, you know, women should play equal roles in her day-to-day activity, you know, so the strength to the woman them, you know, African woman especially, because they don't know I'm an African, I'm a black man, I'm a lumber black woman. Well, the first song I wrote, let me think about it. First song I wrote, I have so many songs, but the first song I wrote, I think the first song I wrote was a song called Grow Up As A Star. I go to school and I used to have a brother named Rhythm Man. I used to make the music with his mouth, you know, him just gifted that way. They like how me can sing, I have a gift to create music, sound like this actual thing, you know, like instruments I play out of my mouth, and maybe have a song called Grow Up As A Star. I go like, well, true me grow up as a star, living in the war. Boys see my face and eat them one scar. Relaxing in my car, smoking a cigar, drinking champagne and eating caviar. The man something like that. Peace, war for seas now seas. Hear the other part. Me talking from my heart, conscious something like that. You know, I don't remember it so fully, but I can remember that the first song I know. Me ever sit on and pen. You know, it's called Grow Up As A Star. As my little youth, I don't remember what age, maybe 11, 12 within them time, you know. Yes, but maybe do it with more heavier voice, because them time we used to all patronize Bounty Killer. Because remember we start out as a DJ, we used to imitate Bounty Killer, so people used to call me Bounty during them time. So you know, it was a different style, but I remember that was the first song that I wrote. You know, it's a beautiful song, it's positive. Yeah man, Rastafari.
Strictly conscious vibes on Cease and Circle.
Just positive vibes at 4.5. Beaming live across the country. Big up on yourself. It's a spotlight. Warrior King is the man himself that we're shining a spotlight on. And of course, it's I, the musical sheriff with Nazizi Roots Data.
Yes, and we're coming to the end of tonight's spotlight. We have one more question. As always, we like to get inspiration for the young upcoming artists. Wale wanaonaga mi naweza kwa hii reggae lakini sina upliftment, sina njia, sijui nitapitia wapi. So we always ask the artists to give some inspiration to the upcoming young talent. So thank you so much one more time to Warrior King, tuned in to Season Second. Big up on yourself, Warrior King. So much love for you from Kenya.
A blessed love.
Yes, I big up on yourself. So right now we're gonna listen to a little bit of advice and of course Wagwan Loading. So keep it locked.
Well, my advice to upcoming artists, young artists, don't rush the process. When you're writing music, don't rush the process. Because once you do it, make yourself an instrument in the hands of the Creator. Because if you read the books, the ancient scrolls, the scriptures say, singers and players of instruments, all my springs are in these. So first, as an artist, you have to see yourself as an instrument in the hands of Jah, or the Most High God, or whatever you see God as. You know what I mean? And you can't rush the process because them type of music come through inspiration. And you want to make good songs because good songs last forever. In terms of the words, the rhythm and the music, the production is a thing that take time, a process, And you have to learn the business aspect of music because, material progress is essential to man, woman, So you have to learn the business and understand the music business different from the love of the music and creating the music. You have the other side of the business side. So be resolute in the work. Sometimes you have up and down, you have ups and downs. So you have to take it with joy. You have to have passion for the music because music is like a woman, it's a jealous thing. So if you don't give music all your attention, music will leave you, So once you give music all the love as an upcoming artist, you give it all your attention, all what it needs, it will lift you up, So that is music. Be patient with music and try to make music where can make a difference in the world. A positive difference, because that's our job as musicians, as singers, players of instruments, upcoming artists. Well, regardless of the genre, whether you want the reggae, hip-hop, soul, whatever, just make good music can make a difference, and so you can leave a legacy like Bob Marley or them great Michael Jackson or Elvis Presley, all of them great singers, Nat King Cole, Percy Sledge, and the list goes on, some great females likewise, bless the love.
Catch the vibes on air and online.